Good morning. In this video, we will discuss how to create user and how to grant privileges to the users and how to revoke back the given privileges. So let's start with creating user. So the command is create user. The username is, let's assume Jim is the username. Host name is local host. Jim is the username, localhost is the host name. And I need a password. So you just write identified by, write the password within single quotation. So easy password is 123456 and then semicolon. So the user is created. If you don't want a password, create user and then this time let's call it Jin or Jane. This is the name of the user. Local host is the host name and no need to say identified by, no password. I don't want password. So this is without password. So this is the way we create the user with password and without password. Sometimes you might have forgotten who are the users you created in your computer system. I mean in the root. I'm in the root. My login is root. The account name is root. Okay. I would like to know what are all the users I created. So you want to see the list of users. Let's say select user from MySQL.user. It will show you all the users that you have created under this username root because I'm in root. My account username is root. So what are all the users? Oh, there is Ala, Jane, Jill. Just now we created Jane and Jim. These are all like some others created it. Okay. So this is how to see the list of users created under this account. Okay, fine. Now, sometimes you want to know what is the username currently you are in. Maybe you forgot. Okay, very simple. You just say select user of. The current username will be displayed. This current username is root and the host name is localhost, the current user. Okay, in which user account you are in. You want to know the name of the current user, just say select user of. The user of function returns the current username. Okay then. After you create the user, in case if you would like to change the password, update the password or alter the password, how to do the changing the password for the user is, let's see one command, set password command. So let's say set password for whom, write the username and the host name in single quotation. I would like to change for Jim. Host name is localhost and then equal to, you write the password by giving it to the password function. Okay, so don't just write the password, just write password and as an argument like A B C D E F. This is my new password. Before it was 123456. Now I would like to change it to A B C D E F. So how to do? Set password for whom. So the username and the host name, write it in single quotation, equal password and inside the bracket write the new password. So your password has been changed. So this is the way we can change the password. So now we know how to create a user and how to change the password for the user and how to see the list of users in the current account and what is the name of the current user name. So these are the commands we saw. Now let's see what are all the privileges and how are we going to grant privileges. Okay. Now our username, the current username is root. So what privilege root has? I want to see the privilege. By the way, root is not created by me. It's there from MySQL. Okay. So let's see what are all the privileges root has. So what to do? Show grants for the username, host name. What are all the privileges root has? Root has all these privileges. Grant all privileges on all the tables of all the database. Here star dot star. Asterisk dot asterisk. First asterisk is database name. Second asterisk is the table name. Okay. So this is all privileges on all tables of all databases. Okay, so this is the privilege. Let's try to give privilege for the user. Just now we created Jim and Jane. So what are all the privileges you can create? Maybe, sorry, you can grant. You can give create or select, insert, update, delete, drop. Or if you want to give all of them, just say all. So these are all the privileges you can give. Let's try to give some. So for the user Jim, so grant, what are all the privilege basically we can give, like select, insert, update, delete, create. This is create table, this is drop table. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you don't want to mention all the 6, you can even say all. Just say all privileges. Okay, let's see the all afterwards. Let's try to grant something like create and update on which table. So the user can do select and update on which table. So you need to mention the database dot table name. For example, if you say star dot star, all the tables of all the databases. Or if you want to give particular, so you just say this is the database and the table is, this is the table. Okay. And for whom? To Jim, and the host name localhost. So something like that. So what I give select and update privilege on the table course to the user Jim. Okay, let's try another way. Grant all privileges. Okay, all privileges mean he can do the 6 of them. Create, drop, select, update, insert, and then delete. So all the privileges. Okay. Privileges on, let's say I give star dot star to whom? Another user we created. Do you remember? Localhost. Okay, so this is Jane. So Jim has some privileges on some table, but Jane has all privileges on all tables of all databases. Okay, so now let's see the privileges. Show grants for, just start with Jim. He has select update on the table course. By the way, whenever you create a table, by default you will have this grant usage and the password. Can you see password is encrypted? Okay. This is not the password I gave. I gave a password, but it's encrypted because security. Okay then. Now the another user, show grants for who's this? Jane, localhost. Jane has all privileges. Okay then. So all privileges on all tables of all databases. Okay then. So this is about the different privileges we can give. Now, if you want to drop the user, let's say you created a user and you give some permissions, privileges. In case if you would like to drop the user, very simple, just say drop user. Whom do you want to drop? For example, Jane. And then the host name like this. So, let's see the username, select user from MySQL.user. Do you remember when you say so, you will see all the users, but you won't see Jane. Jane, where is it? Just now I drop user Jane, so the list may not contain Jane. So that user is dropped. So this is the way you can drop user. Okay. Now, we now know grant access, is it? And now let's see with grant option. Okay, so let's assume, assume I would like to grant what I want to grant, maybe all privileges. So let's say I say test.star. That means all the tables of the test database. Okay, so this is the meaning. All the tables of test database. I have now Jim at localhost. So I'm giving this privilege now to Jim. Now I'm giving all privileges on test dot asterisk. That means all the tables of the test. Oh, I wanted to give with grant option. So let's see another user, Sarah, because we have Sarah here. So let's try Sarah. And then with I want to show you what is with grant option. So this is what I wanted to show. What does it mean with grant option? Here, whenever you say with grant option, if you revoke from Sarah the privileges, what privilege I give? All privileges. If I revoke the all privilege from Sarah, because I created with grant option. So when I revoke the all privilege from Sarah, what will happen? The server, okay, the chain of privileges will be revoked. What do you mean by this chain of privileges? Who knows that Sarah might have given all privilege to somebody else. So when I revoke for Sarah, the somebody else privilege will also be revoked. This is the meaning. Okay. For example, Sarah uses her privilege and she granted another user. Okay, another user. Let's assume another user is Mala. So Sarah uses her privilege and grant access to Mala. So when I remove Sarah's privilege, Mala's privilege will also be revoked. This is the meaning. Okay. Okay, let's see that. So what are all the privileges? Previously, Sarah has this all. Okay, now only. Now I give all privileges on. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. I gave all privileges on test dot star. So this is the new one. The middle one is the one I was talking about. Okay, fine. Okay, now let's see the revoke. So if you want to revoke, and what privilege, like select or maybe insert also, on maybe. Okay, first of all, let's see the Jim. Jim is the user that we created. Let's try to see Jim. Uh, show grants for Jim at localhost. So he has no privileges. Okay, fine. Who else we have? Another user, Sarah. Sarah has test dot asterisk. Okay, fine. So let's remove the privilege. Revoke. Sarah has all privileges. From all privilege, let's remove. Select an update, for example, on test dot asterisk for from not from who is the username, Sarah at localhost. So it's been removed. Select an update, been removed. If you want to remove all, revoke all. Just say revoke all. Okay. So let's try revoke. This is giving error messages. So let's try revoke all, comma, grant option from Sarah localhost. Yeah, okay. So Sarah doesn't have any privileges.